Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a while since I've made my last video, but life has just been hectic lately. But today's video will be about my coming out story to both parents, what I experienced, and I hope to give a little bit of advice or insight to those who are thinking about coming out soon and may not know how to do it. So if you're interested in learning about my experience, then stick around. So all throughout elementary school and middle school, I was bullied because I had a lot of friends that were girls. I kind of had a high voice. I dressed well. My hair was always done, styled, and I don't know, young kids just don't like that for some reason and choose to pick on the kid who stands out or sticks out. Because I do remember feeling like I don't belong. But anyways, I got to high school and a lot of that bullying really stopped because I grew about 5 inches over the summer. My voice dropped magically and I just quit experiencing people saying stuff to me, in class or whatever, anything like that. So that was kind of a good thing, and I grew into that a little bit and jumped from friend group to friend group to friend group and didn't really fit in with any of the friend groups I was jumping to and from. So from about 10th grade on, I was kind of a loner. I still had friends to sit with at lunch, but it was hard for me because a lot of my friends graduated after I got out of freshman year, so I didn't really have many friends, if any, after my freshman year of high school. So that was hard, but fast forward to about senior year. It was December of senior year, so that was December of 2015, and I was in a program where I left school early, so I left school early to go take classes at the local community college, and I just so happened to not have class that day, and I just downloaded a new app where, gay or lesbians can meet each other. So I had been talking to this guy that I met, and finally we made plans to meet up, and we met in a mall parking lot. I got there first, and then he pulled up, and it was a total catfish and just complete garbage, and I lost my temper a little bit and just cussed him out and drove home, cried all the way home, and then got home, and I just needed someone to talk to because I'd never really experienced a moment like that before. So I called my mom, and she came over, and I pretty much told her as soon as I could. I didn't know I was going to tell her. I just kind of rolled out of my mouth, And after that, she didn't show any type of anger or disapproval. She was very caring and respectful towards the whole issue. And somehow she said she didn't know, but I don't know how she didn't know because I was doing some questionable things when I was a little boy. Anyway, that's another video. So then after I came out to my mom, it helped to bring us together, and it really helped to grow our relationship, and I had a lot more trust in her. I would tell her a lot more personal information and in hopes of getting advice from her, and it was good. So I met guys after that. I was more confident. I still hadn't came out to my dad. So I fast forward, I graduated from high school. Then I went off to college in Arizona. So I moved from Maryland to Arizona. And almost immediately when I got to Arizona, I noticed that the gay community was so vast and huge and just massive compared to anything I've ever experienced. So I met up with a lot of people, made some friends, only some, and I just found myself going through the same thing and meeting somebody, figuring out who they were, and then, leaving, or them leaving when they found out who I was, or they just wanted something materialistic. you know, like that. So, anyways, I decided to go home for Christmas, my freshman year of college, and I'm very glad I did, because in no way would I have thought that I would have came out to my dad on Christmas of 2016. I'd have never thought that, never would have planned that. And so that's what happened. My dad realized, he noticed that I was going through something. He saw that I was kind of stressed out and being a little bit of a recluse, trying to, you know, hide myself a little bit. And I don't know, I was just my stress was building up, and eventually got to Christmas, and I wanted to tell him. I just got this feeling in my head, and he was outside taking care of something, so I went out there away from the family, and I told him, and he started crying. It wasn't sad crying. It was like sad but happy crying. So I started crying too, because I'd never seen my dad break down like that. And he told me he knew, and he didn't think about me any differently. And immediately after he said that, he gave me a hug and told me he loved me. And that was the most motivating thing that has probably ever happened to me, because ever since that, I've just had so much more confidence knowing that my dad and my mom both support me and love me, you know, and respect me for following my intuition and following my inner self and inner wants. And I'm just very happy that I was able to come out to both my parents. On the other hand, I do feel extreme remorse and sadness for those who are not accepted as easily by the ones who love them. And I find it so vile that a parent could do that to their child. And I can't even fathom doing that to my own child, doing that to anybody. So much love and positivity to everybody out there that's struggling with accepting themselves and having others accept them. The first step of acceptance is accepting yourself. And that's what I've done. And ever since I've done that, I've been able to have motivation to go to the gym. Have motivation to follow my dreams, and that's what I'm doing right now. I've had motivation I just feel more masculine. I feel like I'm so true to myself and there's nothing to hide. I don't have regrets. I can't remember the last time I've made a decision where I regret it, just because when you come true to yourself and you really just become aware of what you really need to do versus what what other things in your brain might be telling you that you want to do. I think that's the moment where you really start to become truly independent and successful, and you're on the road to greatness at that point. So I feel a lot better than I did 4 months ago when I first started making YouTube videos. And I hope you guys get out of this video that coming out is hard. Either way, I didn't think my parents would accept me. You never do. You never are expecting that. And everybody's story is different. So your story is going to be completely different from mine if you're struggling with the same thing I was. And just know that afterwards, a whole new world is going to be opened up to you. So I hope you guys take this advice and take my story and use it to your advantage. And I hope positivity and success and love is brought into everybody's life who deserves it and who wants it and truly works for it. So on that note, I think I'm going to end this video, and I hope to see you guys in my future videos. So thank you for watching and have an awesome day.